As a couple, we booked this experience and thoroughly enjoyed the evening. Alex was wonderfully knowledgeable and able to translate his love of the wine, food and region to us in a way which made us fall in love with France, French culture, food and wine even more. Alex is clearly an expert in his field who communicated an education to us which captivated us thoroughly, taking us on a journey through the whole process of winemaking, exploding myths and opening our eyes to new ways of appreciating the whole culture of wine, its history and the revolutions the industry has gone through throughout the ages. I couldn't recommend this experience more. Great food, great wine and great company. The wine tasting was run by Alex, a very knowledgeable and affable gentleman who was generous with his time and keen to impart an abundance of facts around winemaking in general but around Languedoc and Roussillon in particular. We thoroughly enjoyed the event and highly recommend to anyone wanting to learn a little more about regional wines. The tasting event was conducted in his shop Vin and Vinous in Carcassonne, with the added bonus of air conditioning during an exceptional heatwave which made it particularly comfortable. I felt compelled to write this review because we had such a fantastic time. Alex, I'm sorry it's taken so long. First of all, Alex went out of his way to make it personal. We were nervous about coming because we had an 18-month-old in tow, but he assured us it wouldn't be a problem and it wasn't. Extremely knowledgeable, very generous with portions of wine and cheese, we left full, a little bit tipsy and very, very glad we took the time to visit. Hope to see you again sometime. Did this wine tasting afternoon with 2 friends. It's really excellent. The host, Alex, is very knowledgeable and we are learned a great deal. We learned about wine, grapes, and the winemaking process in general. We also ate fresh sourdough bread, with multiple types of cheese and sausage, along with delicious hummus. He does not push any particular style of wine in particular. If you're in 2 minds, do it. We had a really fabulous time with Alex. We visited 3 different vineyards, sampled their wines and learned a lot about the area along with the winemaking. Alex is very knowledgeable and easy company. We finished up in the shop, with a lovely lunch and a few more wines to taste. Thank you, Alex, for a memorable trip. Would wholeheartedly recommend this trip if you are in the area. We had the tasting with Alex in English. He was incredibly friendly and the atmosphere was great. We were able to taste 9 wines, red, white, rosé, and sparkling, and learned a lot about the history, cultivation, grape varieties, and origin of wines. A regional cheese and meat platter was also served. Everything was perfect. We would highly recommend it. This was one of the most interesting and thorough wine tasting education opportunities that we have had. Alex was knowledgeable and patient with our questions. He chose an interesting and delicious tasting array as well as a perfectly paired cheese and charcuterie selection. We were joined by a delightful couple, Paul and Claire. We highly recommend. We had a really enjoyable and informative few hours with Alexander telling us all about how wine has been produced in this area over the centuries. We had an excellent selection of wines to taste accompanied by a delicious array of local cheeses and charcuterie. The whole experience was excellent value and we would highly recommend.